Previously, on the next Internet Millionaire, the top 3 contestants entered the day with high hopes of making it to the final round. After learning about guerrilla marketing from Perry Marshall, they were introduced to the task, which would be to launch a grassroots marketing campaign to get people to attend a free movie at the county fair. But before they began, they received an unexpected surprise when the 9 eliminated contestants appeared. The former contestants had been sequestered to a private mountain retreat where they played and networked until being brought back to help the final 3 on this challenge. Thor's team, which included Laura, Carly, and Christine, used some creative ideas to distribute tickets inside and outside the fairgrounds. Charles, whose team included Alisan, Jason, and Jason, chose to stick by the tried and true methods he'd learned from promoting bands, and stayed near the fairgrounds hitting the access points. Jamie's team, which included Nico, Steve, and Debbie, seemed a little less organized in their approach, but Nico's creative idea to give away a Costa Rica vacation proved to be a driving force, and it was enough to carry Jamie to the top, sending Charles and Thor to the judgment room. In the judgment room, Joel expressed concern about Charles' youthful lack of experience and about Thor's politician-like behavior. But in the end, Joel's entrepreneurial fervor led him to choose Charles, bringing us down to Charles and Jamie in the final 2. Which one will emerge as the winner? Stay tuned to find out on this episode of The Next Internet Millionaire. Now down to the final 2, Joel must choose between Charles Trippy and Jamie Luchuk for his new joint venture partner. But before we jump into the competition, let's take a moment to reflect on some things said by Charles and Jamie before the first day of the show.
It's cool, I'm out here, I'm having fun, I'm excited. I mean, I guess it feels good.
My family members are excited about my being on the show. They're not thrilled that they have to wait until November to find out what happens, but
my parents are pretty cool with me being on a reality show as long as I don't do anything stupid. My girlfriend's pretty cool as long as I do not anything stupid. My friends pretty much the same way as long as I don't do anything. Actually, my friends want me to do something stupid.
I'm most excited about learning. That's really, I mean, winning, well, obviously, but learning, like having the opportunity to work with all the people who've done a lot and so much more than me and the judges. That's what I'm excited about.
I just love to have fun. Any opportunity to have some sort of excitement or fun or goof around, good. It's hard for me to be serious on anything. Whatever I can do in life, as long as I'm laughing and it makes me laugh, I'm happy. I'm
pretty ambitious, I'm pretty competitive, so I always strive to do my best. But I've seen a lot from my family and them trying to learn at their age. My parents are taking all these courses and I'm kind of motivated to learn how to do this so I can share my knowledge and help everybody.
I'm really motivated by just having fun. A lot of people are really motivated, oh, they have to make a career, they have to make a lot of money so they have a happy life. No, I mean, I'd be happy doing a part-time job as long as I'm just going home with a smile, so.
Of course I'm gonna win.
Oh, I'm totally gonna win this contest. Other guys, they're not just no chance.
Our final speaker is known as the coach to the internet marketing teachers. He is the coach to myself, Brad Fallon, Jeff Walker, Marlon Sanders, Mike Filsame, Ray Edwards, and a host of others who pay him very high dollar to get time with him. And now his business, Strategic Profits, has made over $7 million in just the last 12 months. You're going to be able to learn a lot from him. Pay close attention. Feel free to interact and ask questions. Please welcome to the Next Internet Millionaire platform, my friend, Rich Schefren.
I have a bunch of responsibilities today, and for me, I don't only want to help you in the task, but I also want to help you have the information that I feel you need, no matter what you do after you leave here, because obviously you're both talented or you wouldn't be the last 2. What you want to do is you want to produce content, not marketing material. Content is something that if it solves a problem or answers a question, that people are looking to have answered or solved, then you automatically, as the expert, are the person that they want to hear it from, right? So it's the first step in gaining attention. So you have to figure out your unique value. You want to take the problem and make the problem a symptom of another problem that nobody's talked about. And this is the pinnacle point, right? That you don't want to be considered the best. You want to be considered the only one who understands and solves that individual big problem. Because people just don't know who to trust. This is like the big thing. And they don't know where to go to get their questions answered. Whether you're selling a physical product, an information product, doesn't matter. You want to be the expert in this thing that you want to sell. The right marketing is about positioning and creating valuable content. But the right offer has these 4 elements. It solves an urgent, pressing problem with a solution that is different and it's superior. It's backed up by as much proof as possible with an appealing proposition that's incredibly hard to resist. And this you should write down verbatim. You can check any offer that you ever do. If it hits these 4 points, you have the recipe for an irresistible offer.
Charles, Jamie, this is it. It's down to you two, and now I've got to choose which person is going to make the best JV partner. And not only is the JV at stake, but the $25,000 cash prize as well. Over the course of the competition, the two of you have learned from some of the leading experts in the internet marketing industry. Each one of these masters in their niche, and each one of them gave you content that is invaluable, worth tens of thousands of dollars. I hope you took a lot of notes. I hope you've learned a lot, because now you're going to need to apply what you've learned. Are you ready? Over the next 4 hours, you will put together a joint venture proposal for a product that would actually launch on November 7th. We've budgeted for each of you $10,000. Use it wisely. This needs to be a real business plan for a real launch that hypothetically would take place on November 7th. You want the JV? This is the time to show me that you're ready to give it all you got. Any questions? All right, your time begins now. What are you thinking?
I'm thinking that the product idea that I've been throwing to you about having like some sort of either tutorial course of teaching people how to make money using different social networks and how to advertise to younger people.
You think you got enough credibility in the making money part of making money with social networks?
Maybe not making the money, but I can show them where the opportunities are.
What can they do right now?
Yeah, they want the AdSense templates.
Yeah.
They want, he sent out the emergency cash plans from somebody, and different things they want to make money.
Right.
They want to have it easier, and they want to do it now.
Right. You have to be very good at creating a story and to suck people in. And I know you said yours was a short, but nonetheless,
But my screenplays that I've written are 2-hour long movies.
So there's something there maybe.
You've got a brand already, and we've got to leverage your personality, just totally natural in teaching these concepts. A lot of on-screen video, a lot of screenshots showing them
I was thinking
how to
like
do
I
stuff.
show you and stuff like that, like little screen captures and showing.
And intersperse it maybe with skits that they might just be little interludes to keep them watching.
As opposed to trying to make something fit, which would be the ideal by every stretch. Create a story about yourself and what you're doing, but use it in some way, shape, or form to sell them exactly what it is they want, and not even attempt to take what it is that you want to do and water it down, change it around, and then make it something that it's really not.
I have the ideas, now I just need to implement on paper to show it more step by step. I think this is going to be the challenge for me right now.
Okay.
I have the general idea what I want to do, and I think it's a good idea. Hell, if I don't even win this, I'll still probably go and end up doing something like that. But the problem I'm having would be to do it in such a way that people could do it really quickly.
Your story is part of it, and who you are is part of it, and so you get to be who you are and what you want to do. It gets out there, so maybe you make connections and all that kind of stuff, but you put out into the marketplace what Joel's people would want most, so that you maximize the opportunity that you currently have.
What I would do is actually put together a course. Each one of those is a separate DVD. You can do teleseminars, you can do webinars, you can do, I don't know, maybe a talk show format type thing. People in your town, you're out in the camera and I don't know. The more content you can put in it, the higher the price point you can command.
Right.
What about your book?
My book?
Yeah.
No.
Do you have a publisher?
No, not yet.
I mean, that's got potential. Have a publisher come and we do it. We can have it ready. Big book launch. I'm assuming it's a great book. I mean, that's.
It's a good book. Yeah, it's a great book.
Okay, well now it's the fun part.
Why not have her write the book of the next Internet Millionaire? Could you write a tell-all story of the show, from audition to celebrity or whatever, call it?
Yeah, I mean, I could write a book.
Well, the reason I was focusing on YouTube was just because it's the most popular website pretty much on the internet right now, aside from a search engine, right? And everyone seems to be able to relate to it, you know what I mean?
If that's the direction that you think would be a good one to go, I have kept a journal off the show.
We can get this thing from manuscript onto Amazon in 2 months. It would give you, let's say, about a month to crank it out. Bestsellers can be made overnight. You guys feel confident?
Yeah.
Excellent, that's what I like to hear. To decide who's going to go first, I've written a number between 1 and 100 on this piece of paper. Guess.
38.
61.
The number is 63. You have the choice. Do you wish to go first or second?
You know what? I'm going to go first.
All right, Charles, please have a seat over here.
Okay.
A bold move from Ms. Lucha. Okay, Jamie, you've got up to 20 minutes to do your presentation. You ready?
I'm ready.
You may begin now.
All right. Heather, Rich, Joel, I would like to introduce to you my idea for the joint venture project. From Cubicle Slave to the Next Internet Millionaire is a book. Break free from the illusion of job security and seize your destiny, a real-life story. Did you know that over 83% of today's workforces wish they could break free of their day job and leave their cubicle once and for all? That would be the market. The consumers who purchase this book will be inspired to get out of the grind and into their dream job. They'll learn strategies on how I overcame the obstacles in my path and how they can apply it in their own lives. Some bonuses for the book be an audio interview with Joel, the executive producer of The Next Internet Millionaire. That's something that they could get immediately. You know, they order the book, click download, they have something in their hands. A great bonus. Now we'd have to upsell because a book, it's not that expensive, and to really make money on this sort of joint venture, we'd have to have some upsells. So we'd have a one-time only offer, a group coaching, which would include teleseminars to help customers leave their day jobs and start their dream businesses, and also PDF documents on stories and advice. It'd be like a membership website. September, we'd finish writing the book, get a book editor, send the book into the publishers, which would be Made Easy Publishing, and begin creating the audio interviews that will be the bonuses. October would be a very busy month as well. Creating the membership website for the group coaching club, finish audio interviews for the bonuses, write auto-reply emails and set up the system, begin researching seminar information, and begin the pre-launch campaign to build the buzz. Also, we'd have to write a sales letter. Now we're launching November 7th, so all the loose ends, and I'm sure a lot of no sleep nights. Before then, tie up all the loose ends that we still have left. So do you have any questions?
Yes, we will. What we're going to do is listen to both presentations first. Thank you very much, Jamie. Charles, Badarette. Okay, Charles, you'll have up to 20 minutes to give your presentation. You may begin.
All right. I want to tell you guys what I'm going to do. It's going to be a DVD series, a tutorial basically on social networks. How to make money, how to gain popularity. You can use video, blogs, photos, anything like that. I guess it's the Web 2.0. The main thing I want to use in the videos, tutorials, is that I was going to use humor and skits in between the tutorials. Essentially just making it more fun to learn versus this is how you do it, let me show you, blah, blah, blah. Getting started. Pretty much the I don't know how to start, I'm an idiot. Explain everything to me. Essentially just how to shoot your videos, what video cameras to use, editing, uploading, exporting, making the best quality video you possibly can. And like I said, you would use humor in there to keep people interested. Okay, now I got 1 million views on my video. How can I monetize this? Where can I go? Revenue sharing, advertising. You can approach companies. You can be my sponsor. I'll make a video for you. I'll put your link at the end. This DVD will tell you how to go about asking or approaching companies for these opportunities. One thing I thought would be pretty interesting is have a couple regular users. I've been helping a couple people already with these steps to show that the program kind of works. If you do these things, it'll help get you seen, more visible on these social networks. So it's kind of like your testimonials. And for the viral videos, we can collect interviews with top viral video creators, Nicky Nick, Nults, all the top guys. What are they doing with their newfound fame? How are they cashing in? Deals with television, advertisements. Come up with a title. It's got to be catchy. It's got to relate to your community. It can't be something like make money online. I don't even know how many times you see that on the internet now. You can test the title. You can email it to people that you know, family, friends. They can email it. You can get your opinions that way. I want to do additional research to see, what a really good price would be. I think asking people how much they would pay for content like that would be a really good idea as well. Obviously, since this is social networking, it's viral. You're going to need to do viral advertising. You're going to need to create some buzz using, blogs, raise awareness using videos, make a little mini-series. Those are just the basic steps that we can follow in order to create a very interesting video tutorial. I believe this would be an excellent product for your JV partner.
Very good. Both of you. Very good. Here's what we're going to do. We're going to take a short break, and we're going to see both of you in the judgment room where Rich, Heather, and I will have plenty of questions for you. Thanks again. So it comes down to this. Started with 12 contestants, and we're now down to 2. One of you will win $25,000 cash and the opportunity to do the joint venture with me. So let's jump right in. Jamie, you went first. How do you think you did on your concept and your presentation?
I was really happy with my concept and presentation.
Think the plan will work?
I think so.
We're gonna make some money doing it?
I think so. I know so.
So from cubicle slave to the next internet millionaire. That brings up some vivid imagery. What do you see a book cover looking like? Does it bring
There
to
could
mind?
be something like a jail cell with a desk behind it. There's a number of different, that's my original thought of what a cover could look like.
But I was impressed with the concept because I think it does a good job of bringing both what she has to offer and what you have to offer together. So I think I like it from that standpoint. Well, I want to know, what do you see as your position? Like, why should people listen to you?
Well, I think people would listen because I'm an example of it happening. A lot of the gurus out there or people that you listen to at seminars are people who've experienced what they're talking about. So if you're a success story, already that makes you a bit of an authority. So I would bring that to the table.
I know it's a passion for you to get out of your day job, right? But is it a passion of yours to help people consistently get out of their day job?
Well, I enjoy helping people with whatever it is. I have other interests, but if you target what really I'm doing in them, I'm helping people and I'm learning and I'm definitely interested in it. I've actually read a number of books already about it just because that's the situation I'm in. So
this has been on your mind actually
This has
for
been
some
on
time.
my mind, definitely.
In fact, I don't know if you saw her audition video or not, but the whole concept behind it was that she was ready to quit her job, tell her boss to get lost, and become the next internet millionaire. So, I hadn't even put 2 and 2 together in that, but that is what you said in your audition. Your timeline sounds reasonable as long as you could really kick out that manuscript
And I'm
quickly.
a fast writer. I write my screenplays that are about 200 pages. I write them in about 2 weeks, and that's working a full-time job at the same time. So I'm pretty confident in my writing skills.
Do you have a good record of what's happened here?
I've journaled everything that's happened here, so I've got a good record. It's all in bullet points, and already I have about 16 pages of just, bullet-pointed stuff, and not row by row bullet points, just short
Were
sentence.
you already planning a book?
No, I just, I can't tell anybody about it until the show's done, so I thought I'd keep the stories.
All right, Mr. Trippy, let's talk about the product with no name.
I'd rather show you that I had a plan on when I would come up with a name and how I would go about it. I'm not going to just throw a name down for a PowerPoint in 3 hours and not fully be behind the name.
That's good. You got a reason. So, are you really confident in what you presented?
Yeah, I really think that that's a really good idea because there's nobody really doing that. I mean, there's people who have tutorials and they have ebooks and they have books, but nobody's really done a video tutorial with a little twist of humor.
On doing video.
On video.
You're right.
Yeah, they've done books on doing video, but they've never done video on doing video, which kind of baffles me. I get like probably hundreds of emails a week. They ask me, how do I do this on my video? How did you do this? Edit. How do you? What video software do you use? What computer do you have? They're already asking me these questions. So it'd be kind of interesting just to say, hey, I have this, set, a bunch of DVDs, telling you how to do it.
You have a brand and you have a persona on your videos,
right.
which, it's an act to some degree.
Right.
Yeah, I'm sorry, but it's out there. The truth is out there. But you're cool in person too, so that's all right. There is a a counterculture element, a feel to what you do, and how are people going to respond when you start selling? Are they going to say Trippy sold out?
No, because I'm not going to blatantly say, hey, buy my product. Hey, I did a DVD tutorial, buy it now. Make me rich. I'm not going to do that. I would go out at a different approach. So as long as I'm not I guess the term is selling out to that extent. I don't think anyone's going to be opposed to anybody making money. There's always going to be the haters that don't want you to do anything just because they don't want you to do it.
Because that's what they do.
They do. They just hate
it's
to hate.
professional
But
hating.
like we were talking, those people will probably end up buying it and not telling me. So
That's very true. Your presentation wasn't as attractive in terms of the PowerPoint as Jamie's, but you made up for it with detail.
Right.
I think that you thought out a little bit more what's going to be in each video and what it would take to film this one by this date and have it in post-production and do the launch. And so I liked seeing that.
Charles, are you a one-trick pony?
I am not a one-trick pony. I just know what I'm good at, so I decided to focus in on that. I can do other things, but this is something I'm really passionate about, so I don't think I should do something else unless I can. I want to do something I'm really passionate about. I don't want to do something that I'm iffy on. You know what I mean? I'm really committed to that, and I really enjoy doing it.
And that's a good answer. It's well suited to you. It's a good idea. Web 2.0 is hot. The way that you want to cover it, it's a different angle than what anyone else is doing. I think it sounds like a great product.
Well, I have a confession to make.
What's that?
I like his videos. Yeah, I thought they were clever. And Rich or Heather, any more comments or questions for either one of our contestants?
No, I think both of them were a little unsure about some of the internet marketing terminology. A few things were a bit off, but you're still learning and you've come a long way, and I know that Joel will help you learn the right things to say.
Jamie, tell me why your concept and you as a person would make a better JV partner than Charles.
I think mine would make more money because ultimately it has so many steps that it could go. Seminars bring in money, membership sites bring in money. Once people have a couple of videos, I don't know how many they go in a series. If you buy one video, that's great, but if you never do anything with it, because most things you buy, but if you don't do, you can't move on to the next step. So if I buy, Charles says, okay, how do I do this? And I kind of watch it and I get a little, I don't know, I get a little intimidated by it, even though it's funny. I'm not going to buy DVD number 2.
Do you think that I would succeed with Charles as my JV partner in that particular venture?
I think you'd succeed with either of us as your JV partner. I think
very diplomatic.
I think they're both good ideas. They're different ideas.
All right, Charles, same question. Why you, not Jamie?
I think mine's a different approach. There's so many books out there, ranging with how to quit your job, how to make money, doing nothing kind of thing. And I think this is a different approach. I think online, social networks, I think videos, I think that's the new future. Nobody's watching TV anymore. Not nobody, but there's fewer people watching TV, right? Hence the reason why I've been doing an internet reality show. And I believe that it's very important. For people learn these skills or learn how to take advantage of these sites at the demographic. We went young and we can go up to 30 or whatever. I believe they're going to want to learn because they realize, or they're starting to realize, even the older people, the marketing gurus, they're starting
over 30.
Imagine that.
Aren't they dead? I think they're dead, aren't they?
Dug a hole in that one.
Just give him a shovel.
But they realize that it's important, and I think that I have a different twist to it. It's original. So I really think it's a great product, and I really stand behind it.
Okay, so now I've got to make my final decision. This is tough. This is really very tough. On one hand, Jamie, you are a great writer. I've seen it, seen what you can do. You are professional, and this concept for a book could really strike a chord with a lot of people. Charles, on the other hand, we're talking about an entirely new market. You've already got placement in your niche, and now you're talking about taking it to a whole new level. You can see the dilemma. So, got some good news, and I got some bad news. The bad news is, no one will be receiving $25,000 tonight. It's going to have to wait. And that's because of the good news. Please put this on immediately. You're probably wondering why I've asked you to both put HackerSafe shirts on. Throughout this competition, HackerSafe has been a symbol of immunity and of protection. And just like the symbol of HackerSafe is protection and integrity in the online world, it has been really the gold standard of our competition. The reason I've told you both to wear the HackerSafe shirt is because of the good news. The good news is I've decided to do a joint venture with both of you, starting now. I'm very excited about both of your products, and I think I would be a fool to pass either one of these opportunities by, not just for me, but to provide you guys with an opportunity of a lifetime as well. Now the $25,000 is still on the line, but both of you will be launching products on what date?
November 7th.
November 7th. We'll be working together with you, me, and my team to develop these products, to fine-tune them, to launch them on November 7th. And then we will be awarding the $25,000 cash prize, but you will also share in the rewards of this joint venture. And my hope is that the $25,000 will seem like pennies compared to what we're going to earn together as we do this venture. How do you guys feel about that?
A little shocked.
Pretty cool.
Congratulations to you both. It's going to be a very interesting experience, and I wish you both the greatest success. I'll be in touch with both of you as we begin our joint ventures. You may now leave the complex. I think they're both great plans. I'm excited. They're both different, and I think that the public is going to love seeing the products that come out of this.
I'm pretty stoked, you know, because this whole time I told you guys I wasn't going to shave for good luck, and it paid off, so.
If I let loose, I think I'll just, I don't know, cry or something. So I think I'm just stunned and shocked, which is good.
I'm feeling pretty good. A little shocked. So it's just setting in.
I'm pretty shocked right now. I don't think it's really sunk in, everything that's happened.
It's definitely been an interesting experience. I keep going back to the whole, like, you know, I came here to have fun. I came here to, you know, just goof around. And I came back with a lot more than that.
I'm sure our venture will be a success.
I think it will be a success. I'm confident I can pull it off. It's a big thing, and I have to really take it serious. And that's what's settling in. Less of the show, winning the show, now more the reality that, hey, I gotta come up with this product now.
After giving Charles and Jamie some time to work on their products, it was time to visit them at home to see what they'd come up with. The first stop on our itinerary was Toronto, Canada.
This is Toronto, so welcome.
this is Canada. Toronto is great. I love living in Toronto. It's the biggest Canadian city. It's the closest to New York City that we have, and I would love to live in New York City, so maybe that's next. But Toronto is great because it's a walking city, so you can walk everywhere. You don't need a car, the transit's great. I used to live right here, so I'd get up in the morning on the weekends when I wasn't doing my 9 to 5, walk down to Queen Street, go to Starbucks, grab a coffee, go into a paper place, grab a paper. There's bookstores, clothes stores, CD stores. There's all these little stores all along the street. So it's a great place to just walk. And there's all these neighborhoods with all these different shops, and I love exploring. So that's what I like to do, pick a neighborhood and explore. It's so multicultural, so we have everything. And there's a great Ethiopian restaurant up that street, and there's a great Vietnamese restaurant down that street, and sushi, and we have everything. So this is really where I call home. You can see the tower down there, the OCAD building there. It's the Ontario College of Art and Design. They built it when I was living here, and it's been written up in a lot of Architectural Digest magazines. It's this checkerboard building in the sky on crayons is basically how people describe it. So this is downtown. It's a great place to be. I'm a city girl, for sure. Welcome to my house. It's actually not my house. I rent the 3rd floor right up on the top. It's a little 1-bedroom that I got about a year ago and painted all up in these bright colors, and you guys might be surprised. This apartment is pretty much the size of the hotel room I stayed in Colorado, so that's to put it in perspective. This is my new office. It's, as you can tell, in my kitchen, but that was the best working space for it. So here is my space. Pretty handy. Fridge is right there, so it's really just kind of dash around to get a snack. So it works out well. So that's pretty much how I work in the morning. Grab my coffee and turn on my computers and start.
Jamie seemed to be right on track. So next we flew down to Tampa, Florida to see if Charles Trippy was holding things together on his end.
All right, everyone, welcome to Tampa. Big signs, this is Tampa. It's just to prove that I'm here in Tampa. Yeah, this is where I live. Really like it. It's got a diverse group of people, man. It's just everything. There's so much to do here. It's a great college town. Right now we're in downtown Tampa. And if you look over there, there's all the awesome stuff. And then if you look over there, there's like the Bucks Stadium. There's like shows all the time here. There's aquariums, there's theme parks, there's museums, there's pretty much everything here in Tampa that, if you're bored, there's stuff to do. This is the campus. Yeah, this is where I go to school. You can see the tower, it's USF, so it marks, the campus. That's the Sun Dome. USF owns a ton of land. Like, this is just Tampa right here. We have one in Sarasota, and they own land like all over the place. But yeah, that's where I get my education. So USF. These are signs you can see all over Florida. And actually, when we first moved in here, there was an alligator. I think it was about 6 feet, and I think they actually I hope they removed it. I haven't seen it in a long time. He would, come at you when you came out here. Like, so when we walk our dogs, that's how all these like attacks, happen, because idiots feed alligators. So we'd walk out here, and this like 6-foot alligator would not be scared of you like most, alligators are, and it would just come at you, and you would have to run away and scurry like little mice. So yeah, he used to live, I think over there somewhere. He'd be back in this area. All right, so this is where I live. You're not gonna see the address, so you can't stalk me. I had to move last time because of that. And that's the maintenance. They're cool guys. Yeah, they won't wave though. So yeah, let's just go on in. This is my apartment, and my dogs, and my lovely girlfriend, Allie. Welcome to my office. This is my desk, right here, and this is my computer. This is my camera, this is my speakers. This is where I keep my keyboard and my mouse, so I can control what's on my computer screen. This is the computer itself. This is like what makes this run, so without this, there wouldn't be anything on here. This is my bamboo. brings good luck. That's where the power comes from my workspace. And those little furry things down there are my dogs. This one's Zoe, and this one's Marley. Marley's new. We just got her when I got back from Next Internet Millionaire. We rescued her from a kill shelter. We'll do this for hours.
So this is Kahlua. Kahlua is my dog cat. He was a girl too. He's been everything. We thought he was a girl until I took him to get neutered or spayed, and they said, yeah, no, he's not a girl. He is a boy. He's 11, and I've never had a cat before. I've always been a dog family. And Kahlua, I rescued from a farm. So I took Kahlua home when he was 2.5 weeks old, and he was about that big, yes, and bottle fed him and everything. So this is my employee. This is my dad, Cal, and my mom, Shelly, and they came in from Calgary, which is a long flight, to be here in Toronto for this. My family is a huge support system for me, and they always have been. When I wanted to be an actor, which is something that most parents would say, what? And they said, yeah, do it. And when I danced, they drove me around to competitions all over the place. They worked bingo after bingo to help fundraise, to buy these fancy costumes and to send me to competitions. So it was expensive, and they did the same for me, and they did it for my brothers with hockey and my sister with ringettes. So they had no life for about 25 years.
That was our life. We did have a life. Would you believe that this little girl was a very shy little girl? When she was, 4 or 5, I remember taking her to the mall, and she wanted a drink, and I said, okay, I'll give you the money, you go buy it. She said, no. I said, oh yes, you need to learn to be outgoing. Apparently she learned.
Well, Jamie's always been a very creative individual. She's a very good mixture of both of us. She gets all her language and English skills and good looks from Shell, and she gets a lot of creativity, I think, from me. I've always got different ideas going, so she's a very good mixture.
When Joel was talking about what he was looking for in a joint venture partner, yes, we were saying, wow, I mean, this is Jamie. She doesn't know how to market on the internet, but she's creative, and she's quick on her feet, and she's got lots of ideas, and she works quickly, and she's efficient, and she could have all the skills. And I've learned a lot from this, because I probably wouldn't be the one to jump out and do that kind of thing. And hey, you know what? Here's the little girl, born in Regina, grew up in Calgary, moved to Toronto, and now she's on this American internet reality show, and she's doing real well.
We're really proud of what she's accomplished on this show. I think I'm more proud of the attitude that she went down there with, was to learn rather than just to win.
We always knew from the time she was a little girl that we didn't have to worry about her being influenced by other people, because nobody was going to make Jamie do anything she didn't want to do. All we had to worry about was instilling the proper values in her from our level.
So family values have been instilled constantly, and right from wrong has also been. And one thing we didn't do was we didn't cut off dreams. Whatever the kids wanted to do, we encouraged them to do those things rather than steal their dreams. And I think that's important.
Family values have always been important to us, and you've seen some of it, I think, on the show, and also personal integrity, and you saw part of it in that she wouldn't eat worms. I think of a couple of experiences that I can remember from her growing up days. It was really important to us that our kids bond and be not only brothers and sisters, but good friends. And there was one particular night at the dinner table, and we had a busy evening scheduled. Everybody had somewhere to go, and they were sitting at the table and they were squabbling about assorted different things. And Cal stopped and said, "That's it. Nobody's going to anything tonight. You're all going to your bedrooms, and you're going to think about how important your brothers and sisters are to you, that they're way more important than anything else in life." And that's what we did that evening.
I'm Allie, I'm from Clearwater, and I'm going to school now in Tampa, USF. getting my master's degree in communication. About 3 years ago, I was throwing a birthday party for a friend of ours, and he invited Charles, and we didn't actually talk at the party. We said hello to each other, and like the nerds we are, spoke online for weeks afterwards, and then decided to get together and meet for a date. Charles is capable of taking things seriously, but he doesn't like to. He's very laid back, funny, caring, the sweetest person I know. When he told me that he was going to be on a reality show, it was just reality show. I didn't know any of the specifics, and I laughed a lot. And then we talked about it some more and decided it would be a good opportunity. I call him my internet entrepreneur. He's always got something going. He's always got something on the back burner. And whatever he wants to do, if he sticks with it, he can do it. He's capable of whatever he wants to get done. So no matter what he's doing, no matter what he is going, whether it's school, work, projects like the next Internet Millionaire, no matter what's going on, his family always comes first. He always thinks of how it's going to affect his family first, whether it's me or his sister or his parents or even the dogs. That's always first on his mind. And that's really a wonderful thing when you've got someone that's so busy with so many projects going on. He remembers not to let that get in the way of his relationships with his family.
Since I got back from Colorado, I've been working pretty much like every day, like hours on the product that I will be launching. It was pretty much just doing that and doing school and working. Luckily, my boss is pretty understanding. I just told him I needed some time off, and he didn't really question me. All right, so we're at Mosey. We're at my work, and I'm going to show you guys. I work at the IMAX. It's like a dome. This is actually the museum part, and there are a lot of kids here, so it's really loud. But we're going to go upstairs, and I'm going to show you guys the IMAX. So this is the booth right here. Up right there is the projector itself. It actually goes up 2 stories to play on the dome because we actually have a dome so it surrounds you kind of thing. And you have to bring it down to load it up. That's the actual dubber. This is actually where you get your sound. But the thing about IMAX footage is that there's no audio track on here. On like 35mm, you have the audio right up here. You have to sync it up with the audio on a different track. If you load us down here, this is a full-length movie. This is actually Transformers. It's probably about 800 pounds, give or take. I don't think at that point it really matters if it falls on you. But it's about 5 to 7 miles if you like rolled it down the road, so it's pretty crazy.
I'm Ben Baruch, and I am from Tampa. I lived in Bradenton, and I went to high school with Charles, and then he moved up to Tampa, and then I got him a job at the old movie theater that we used to work at, and then he got me the job here. And we've been buds ever since. I am very proud to know Charles Trippy, because if it wasn't for him, I would probably be homeless because I wouldn't have a job right now.
I wouldn't say that it's changed him. The only way it's really changed him is that he's learned more. I think it was a really good experience, especially creating his product. He learned a lot while he was doing it. He would go to film a section and discover something new, and that was, I think, the best thing for him.
The product development process has been long. It's been fun though. I really enjoyed doing it because, you know, it's what I like to do. So I really was able to put my heart and my soul, even though that sounds really corny, into this, and I've been able to have a lot of fun with it. And you know, it's been an experience. I really did enjoy doing it though.
I really enjoyed the product development process. I mean, the entire thing it's been great just to collaborate with everybody, just from the beginning with Rich and Joel and Eric, and to come up with something that took my skill and what Joel was looking for and putting it together into something that, you know, I was really proud to want to make, because I think that's the most important thing. If I'm really excited about something, I can do it. If I'm not, yeah, I guess I can do it, but it's hell. And so this was so much fun. I wrote a book, so here's my book cover. The book is From Cubicle Slave to the Next Internet Millionaire, and it talks about getting out of your job and doing exactly what you want to do with your life. I did a photo shoot for the book cover, which was really cool, and got to pick the photos and send them off, and did a couple mock-ups of the cover, and then, you know, I got to send that through and write my back cover, and I got to work with David Hancock again. I've done writing in the past, but it's really, really cool to see it come into the fact that I'm going to be published.
My product is called Viral Video Fever, and what it is a DVD tutorial set that lets you create viral videos and shows you how to, edit, little tips and tricks like on organizing, scripting, what cameras you need to buy, what editing software is out there that you can use. Everything that, concerns people when they see a video. A lot of the times they'll watch the video and they'll be like, how do I do that? I want to do this too. I want to be a part of this. Or they'll watch a video and they're like, how is this guy making any money? This video is, I want to be able to do this. But they don't know how. They don't know cameras, editing software or anything like that. I also got some of the top online marketers or video creators or content creators to talk on this DVD and tell you their story and how they got big. And you could take that and do it yourself. Because if I had people telling me this is what you could do, when I first started, it would have made things a lot easier because I kind of had to figure it out myself. And I really am proud of what actually came out. And it's got humor in it. So I mean, people are going to be not only learning a lot, but they're going to be entertained. So it's kind of like an entertainment tutorial, which is not something you usually find. You usually find it like really boring and dull and yeah.
The reason I wrote this book and the reason I made this product is because I would love for everybody to get out of doing a job that they don't like. I mean, some people like doing that and that's great if you wanna work at that. But people who, I mean, if you're watching the show, if you're like me, you're an entrepreneur at heart and you don't want to be stuck, caged into some job doing something for somebody else. If you spend the time, don't you want to work for yourself? Don't you want to do what you want to do and develop your thing?
This is the intro that we came up with. I worked with an animator I knew and I wanted to make it fun. So we got like a sick computer because he's got viral video fever. And we played on that and I started dancing and all this fun stuff. So yeah, this is it.
Viral video fever. Let's make a video, a viral video. Let's make a video. Just trippy. Let's make a video, a viral video. Let's catch a viral video fever.
So yeah, that's the intro.
I hate buying knowledge material, information material that is so boring that it puts me to sleep because then I don't touch it. So the book it's written in a fun way, but you learn from it. I had the opportunity to learn from 12 experts, plus any extra time that they worked on us with assignments. So I got a lot of great information, and to get all their packages would be so expensive to buy everything, and it's all in this book. The book also talks about, the show and, you get your little gossip, you get a bit of behind the scenes, you get what the cameras didn't get. So you get to see what I saw, and I saw a lot. I hope it inspires people like the show inspired me, because getting out of my job was really the best thing. I haven't regretted it for a second.
Fundamentally, being on the next Internet Millionaire, I wouldn't say has changed Jamie, but it has changed her in that she's a happier person because she's doing what she wants to do now. Some of the phone calls we used to get were, oh, so-and-so at work, it's difficult to work in this situation, and we don't get those kind of phone calls now.
Let's say you just want to make, a video to be creative. You want to be artistic or whatever you want to do, but you don't know how to do it. This will teach you that too. I mean, not only is this for like internet marketers. If you want to, make videos, this is the best way to learn.
People should buy his new product because he's put so much work into it, and he put a lot of heart into it. It sounds really cheesy, but he really put a lot of thought and effort into it. And what he's saying on the DVDs, the things he's trying to teach people, he really means it. It's not empty. There's a lot of material there, and he was thinking of every angle he could to help people.
So yeah, I mean, if you're really, interested in making videos or, learning how to, market to an entire different audience, go check out viralvideofever.com and, check out my product. Go to viralvideofever.com. Do it.
Being on the show gave me the inspiration to get out and get on my own. And I want to take what I learned from the show and give it to you so that you can do the same thing. Because, I left my job about a month ago and I am so happy. I am so happy doing everything that I want to do. And I work in my kitchen, it's not glamorous, But that's great. You know, it's what I want to do, and I don't have people telling me what to do, and I know that everything that I do for myself.
You know, I know Jamie, and I mean, she's our daughter, and how she really works hard on putting everything together will benefit you. What you're going to be learning is what she learned, and if she can do it, you can do it.
I have spent many years reading Jamie's plays and novel that she has written, and she has a very entertaining style of writing. I've also watched her work with people, training them on graphic arts, training them in Photoshop, and she is a good teacher, and I believe that she'll be able to teach you how to do what you want to do, how to follow your dreams.
So we're in the final 2, and so I really need your vote. If you go to cubicle2millionaire.com, buy my book, and that helps me out a lot. So please vote for me and buy my book. You won't regret it.
The contestant who sells the most will be named the winner of the next Internet Millionaire and will receive the $25,000 cash prize. Please visit Jamie's site at cubicle2millionaire.com and visit Charles' site at viralvideofever.com. We hope you enjoy their products as much as they enjoyed creating them. Be sure to watch the next episode as the results are tallied and the winner is announced. Who will be the winner of the grand prize? Will it be Charles Trippy of Tampa, Florida, or Jamie Luchuk of Toronto, Ontario? Find out in the exciting finale of The Next Internet Millionaire.
When she had just moved to Toronto, she thought a good thing to have would be one of those old lady kind of carts so she could go grocery shopping. So she went grocery shopping and she filled it up, and she got to the subway and the wheels got stuck in between the side of the platform there and the subway, and the door was going to close on her.
So some man helped me, and then he ripped his leather gloves helping me get it in. That's why I don't go grocery. That's why I order in.
Yeah, so now she doesn't grocery shop or cook anymore.
Back in high school, Charles was in this band called Funny Looking Kid, and they were really the only band from our school, and they were kind of lame back then, but then they got a little bit cooler, and so yeah, he was just a regular guy in his band.